So I'm gonna just apologize in advance. I've had a really bad week and I'm sick.
Oh.
I feel like this one could be good.
Bazinga Boys are here to speak all of their thoughts on the Big Bang Theory. Rob has an opinion, VoRn has an opinion, Pete probably has one too. But most of all, Rob has an opinion.
I'm Rob and I'm a Bazinga Boy.
I'm Pete. I'm a Bazinga Boy.
And I'm VoRn. I'm the best Bazinga boy.
Number one Bazinga Boy. So why are we
Yeah.
here every week or every other week? What are we doing?
We're here to suffer. We're here to feel the pain so other people don't have to, and they can live the Big Bang Theory through our lives.
Yeah, well, basically, I'd call it. I know it's kind of an in term at the moment, but I'd call it a social experiment where we kind of just act out life as what's known as a big banger in the community. We've been in here for a while, so this terminology might not be down with you guys, but we're a bunch of big bangers.
Is that the collective noun for a group of Big Bang fans? And if you're all together, is it a gangbang?
Yeah, I was gonna say, girls, don't go down that alleyway. There's a group of big bangers down there. You don't want to go anywhere near them.
They're having a gangbang, and it's not the good kind.
Man, we've just started this. Oh, come on, Rob. Come on. Let's keep it out of the gutter. For fuck's sake. Okay.
All right, Pete. What was this episode about?
This one was called.
Whoa.
Wait. Why can't we talk about the show?
Because I got a new segment.
Is this pre-episodic segment?
Yes, I got a new segment. Okay.
What's
so,
the new segment, VoRn?
It's called VoRn's recap versus the DVD jacket. So you've got that DVD jacket.
I do.
That basically has like a little rundown of what the episode's about for each episode, correct?
That's correct. I'm going to actually open it up and have a look.
Okay, so I don't want you to read it yet. So I've written my own version of the recap that Rob, I'm going to get you to open up the chat. I'm going to send it to Rob now, and Rob's going to have a little read of it. Pete, you don't read this.
Okay.
I wish you'd had Facebook. So VoRn, let's just clear things up. So, but as I'm opening this, are you trying to guess what the cover says, or are you literally just putting up?
Yes. So
Okay.
this is me doing my version of the DVD jacket. I'm going to see how close I can get each week, because I said to Pete, I was like, "You've got all of those?" Yeah, he's showing it on camera now. You got all of those jackets. I was like, "Don't show them to me. I'm going to try my hardest to match that DVD jacket outline." So, Rob, I'll get you to read this out, and then Pete will read out the official one, and we'll see how close they match. Yeah. Rob, start.
Sorry, I'm prelude laughing. All right, and I'm not going to read down through your notes either. Is that right? Yeah, cool. All right. So I just read the first one, or is it all of them?
Well, that's the whole recap. That's my recap.
It's like half a page. All right. In this episode of The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons plays a character who gets a sandwich he doesn't like. Glasses Man bids $800 on a time machine.
This is what happened in the episode. I'm not off base at all. Yeah.
The time machine turns out to be bigger than Glasses Man thought. This means Penny has to make a daring leap from the roof to get to work. Penny falls from the roof.
Okay, is this not true? This is what happened in the episode.
Yeah, this part's not true. Penny falls from the roof and breaks her knee. Penny tells just before I keep going, I think only us will find this funny. Like
Unless you've watched the episode.
Nah, the joke. You guys don't understand. The joke is comparing this to the real one. So when Pete reads the real one, everyone will have a good laugh about how different they were. That was the bit, you know.
Penny tells Glasses Man to stop being a man-child and stop posting videos on the on the subreddit. Reddit / coming on figurines.
That's a real subreddit, by the way. And I highly recommend you
coming on figurines.
Yes, it's a real subreddit. I highly recommend you go there. It's basically guys who get these figurines of like anime. What's the like sex anime called? No, fuck.
Manga?
Hentai.
Hentai. That's it. Mango. What the fuck? Okay, so yeah, it's basically hentai figurines, and then they just post videos of themselves coming onto these figurines. It's an actual thing. Go check it out.
Is
Coming
this
on
something that
figurines.
it took this episode for you to find it, or was that something you were previously aware of?
No comment.
You're the you're the
So this is
administrator of that subreddit.
Yeah, this is an old subreddit. All right, we'll continue. Glasses Man has a wet dream about Penny and ruins the time machine. Fuck you, Vaughn. All right. Glasses Man decides to throw away his figurines, as this would mean he could sniff her butthole.
That's maybe a bit off base, but that's pretty much what happens in this episode. We can discuss further afterwards. Finish the outline.
Next one's true. Dr. Shelfman says he likes boobs. As soon as another man comes over... So... I should read these first before I read them out so I'm not laughing. As soon as another man comes over to sniff Penny's pooper, Glasses Man decides to keep his toys and the time machine.
Is that the full recap?
No, there's three more. Sheldon sits on the time machine smiling as he knows no one who just watched that will ever get their time back. The studio audience has a great time, and... Chuck Law, I hope someone shoves a figurine up your ass. Okay, so there.
So how close was I?
It's pretty much bang on to what's on the DVD jacket. So well done, Vaughn. I'm really impressed.
Let's just see, like, just for a percentage. You know, when you like do a test and it goes,
Sure.
like the match percentage. Let's see how much I matched up.
All right, cool. So the one that's officially in here is episode 14, the Nerd Varna Annihilation. Leonard is thrilled with his prop time machine from the 1960s film until Penny tells him it's unhip to play Marlox and Elios. That's it. I'm assuming they're characters from the movie Time Machine. I've not seen it.
Sorry, can I pull you up on that? The first line of your one was like, Glasses Man is thrilled with his time machine. Not true at all. I was more accurate about the show than the actual jacket.
He was not thrilled at all.
It was the opposite of being thrilled. He, like, for people that haven't seen this episode, he was bidding on what he thought was going to be a miniature prop time machine. And when it arrives, it's a full-scale replica from the film. So a thing that's the size of a smart car.
Yeah. So do you want to tell the people more about, like, expand on what I pretty much covered it all, but if you want to just give some more context to what happened in the episode.
Yeah, okay. So this is the episode where, and I fucking hate to say it, I start to side with Vaughn a little bit on his Nazi theories. One of the opening jokes was Leonard aiming a Jewish/Nazi camp based joke at Howard. And Vaughn's theories are starting to come true. There was Howard made a joke about a film, and Leonard responds with more like Sophie's Choice, which is a very direct reference again, one that I'm not entirely sure that our Big Bang Theory fans are going to get. But unfortunately, it made me yell "fuck you" at the screen, because now I'm going to start listening a little bit more to Vaughn's theories and see what he thinks. Vaughn, did you pick up on that one?
Oh, of course. Okay, we put, like, behind the scenes, we put on a ban on me bringing up Nazi connotations, Nazi themes that I kept seeing.
Was the show. This is the show bringing it up, though. This isn't
exactly.
This isn't us bringing it up.
How do you guys rate this episode out of, like, all the other ones that we've watched so far?
Honestly, probably the most watchable.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it down there. I didn't hate myself. After watching this one.
Oh my god, what's wrong?
The three fantasy scenes were pretty interesting as well, where they actually did kind of like cutaways.
I've got a theory on it. My Big Bang Theory. The episodes.
Vaughn can't believe it.
I'm off it.
The last few episodes we've watched, Sheldon has been a total cunt, right? Before that, there was times where even Vaughn was talking about not liking the show, but like liking Sheldon and thinking he
I liked his
sweet
bottom
eyes
eyelids. That was it.
Yeah, that was it, right? But this episode, he wasn't a cunt, and it was a little bit more. I'm not going to use the word enjoyable, tolerable. So I don't know. I just felt like Sheldon just was a different character than what he was playing the past couple of weeks. He had that like pinch his chin cuteness about him that he had in some of the earlier episodes. All right, Vaughn, clearly you disagree with me and Pete. So Pete, I want to hear you out. What did you think of this episode?
It's just fucking annoying because this episode was about them getting a time machine. There's so much you can do with that time machine, and they did nothing with it. If you go back to media in high school, remember we did that thing where if you're analyzing a piece of media or something, you talk about what the theme was, or like the moral of the story. What was the theme or moral of this story? They get a time machine, and nothing happens.
Yeah, basically Penny misses work. She gets upset at Glasses Man, and then it makes him question, his whole existence about collecting toys and action figures and things like that.
And then what happens, Pete?
He gets ready to sell all of his stuff, but then decides not to.
What was the catalyst of him deciding not to?
Why does he decide not to, Pete?
Because he thinks he's actually got a shot with Penny, and then and then that's all kind of brought to an abrupt end when another man comes up the set of stairs and goes into Penny's apartment.
Exactly. So he basically goes, "Oh, I'm gonna throw away all my stuff," because he has like a wet dream about him being more of an adult and stop being such a man-child. He goes, "I'm gonna throw away all my stuff to impress Penny." He says it to Penny. Penny gives him a peck on the cheek. He's like, "Yeah, this is sick. What a great move." And then Penny's like boyfriend or hookup, whatever comes over. And as soon as he comes over, he's like, "Well, fuck this. I'm keeping all my man-child toys." What's the theme there? Like,
that the show, he has to continue being a nerd so they can make another 20 seasons.
well, I took the theme as do anything for pussy. Like, is there anything else like there? I just didn't get anything for the episode.
Yeah, but that's a theme that I'm not defending the show. That's a theme they've touched on throughout. Although we're getting further through now the show, so we're starting to understand how it works.
How it works, like it works in the first place, you piece of shit.
How the cogs turn. Maybe that's a better terminology.
Okay. Well, you guys are all posy and loving this episode for some reason. But I've been noticing...
Loving is a strong word.
You guys are just all over this one. And you're like, "Oh, I've found it a bit enjoyable." How good's my Rob impression? Anyway, I felt like I was getting a bit too negative. And I thought that the tone of the show was getting a bit too negative. Rob just bringing up this Nazi stuff all the time. So I've got a new segment to get us a bit more positive and a bit more hyped up about the show. Say some nice things about it. It's called the part of the episode that least resembled a pile of wet garbage, where we all talk about the part of the episode we felt least resembled a pile of wet garbage. So Pete, what was
I like this segment, and I think this is one that could go well forward.
Okay, great. So what was your part of the episode that least resembled a pile of wet garbage, Pete?
Well, like I mentioned, like I enjoyed all the fantasy scenes. So like the make-believe elements and the daydream scenes and things.
And
what
were they? It was
Glasses Man was all brave and opened up the broken elevator shaft and whisked Penny down the elevator chasm so she could get to work on time.
Chasm. And then also Sheldon got attacked by Murlocs twice.
Yeah.
Rob, what was your part? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I thought that was something the show hasn't done before, so it was actually a bit of a pleasant surprise.
It hasn't done lots of things before. Okay, well, you're easily pleased. Good on you, Pete. Glad you enjoyed that part of the episode that least resembled a pile of wet garbage. Rob, what was your part of the episode that least resembled a pile of wet garbage?
The part that least resembled the wet garbage for me, and I think it's weird for me. Like I didn't laugh at it, but I was like, that was an idea that could have worked, and it was something that was outside of the vein of the humor they're usually using in the show, and that was when they first pumped up the time machine, and Leonard's in it, and all the other guys start speeding up, doing that walking through time thing. They're all running around as if he's actually going through time. None of them discussed it. They didn't talk about how they were going to do it.
That doesn't make any sense. What are you on about? It didn't make any sense. What do you
mean?
Did you laugh at it?
I didn't laugh, no. But I think Oh, Vaughn, maybe when we get to laugh counts, Vaughn had a laugh this week.
No,
Maybe
I
that's
did
where
not.
this
I
episode
did not
came
laugh. I'm
from.
not going to spoiler alert. I didn't laugh. I don't laugh. I laugh at...
But I just thought, I was like, okay, that just felt outside the tone of the or it felt outside the way that they usually just try to throw a bunch of words together to make comedy.
Okay, I'll
So
give
Vaughn,
that. Fair point.
I'm curious to hear your what you thought wasn't wet garbage.
Okay, so the part of the episode that least resembled a pile of wet garbage for me actually was me being impressed with the show a tiny bit, because originally in the episode the stupid thing happens where it actually... Okay, so I'm going to start off negative because this annoyed me. So the part of the episode is they got this giant like Santa sleigh that is a time machine, and they're dragging it up the stairs, and it gets stuck up the stairs. So just imagine like a Santa sleigh from a fucking mall Santa, and it's stuck on the hallway stairs. And they're trying to lift it up and pull it up the stairs. And Penny comes out of her apartment and goes, "Hey, I want to go to work." And they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, we've got a time machine here. Your better bet is to climb up to the roof, jump over to the next door building, and go down there." And her response is, "Okay," and fucking does it. It was so fucking dumb. It really annoyed me. And it really annoyed me in this way. Like, have you ever played a video game and there's a part of the level they don't want you to get to, but they just put something stupid like a chair that you could easily step over in real life? Or like just a really easy obstacle that you could easily get past, and you just can't. You're just hitting an invisible wall. It felt like that kind of mechanic where, why didn't you just climb over the... Why are you jumping from rooftop to rooftop when you could just climb over a fucking Santa sleigh? Just fucking climb over. Like, was that really the best option? And so she jumps across a roof and she can't get down. She goes down a fire escape and falls and slips and scrapes her knee. And I was ready. I was like, I'm gonna catch these guys out. And I was like gonna notice. Oh, she said she scraped her knee, but she didn't actually have anything on her knee. So I was originally gonna make a new segment, and the new segment was gonna be called "What's Wrong with Penny's Body?" And it was going to be me revealing that, like, look, she didn't even have an injury on her knee. But then when she came in, the part that least resembled a pile of wet garbage is she actually had a little sore on her knee. And then later on the episode, I was like, I'm going to catch him out here. I had a Band-Aid on it. So really good continuity. So that was the part that was the least resembling a pile of wet garbage.
Big Bang Theory keeping up the continuity.
Yeah, impressed.
That's what's making you happy. Yeah,
exactly.
Do you know what pissed me off this episode though?
What?
Is this a nitpick?
This is a nitpick. This is a nitpick.
Nitpicks. We need an intro song for this.
Raj refers to a 1979 Mattel Millennium Falcon, like an action figure, like a playset.
You fucking nerd.
My nitpick is Mattel never made Star Wars toys. It was actually Kenner from.
Did you know this off the back of your head, or was it actually you researched this?
No. I know. I have quite an extensive vintage Star Wars collection, and I know for a fact that Mattel in the 70s and 80s didn't have the rights to Star Wars toys. So fuck you, Raj, and Big Bang Theory. And I thought that was,
with all the good faith they built up with the knee thing, they just threw it away with their Star Wars knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my nitpick for today.
Oh, that's great, Pete. Well, I've got a new segment. It's called "What's Wrong with Penny's Body?"
So we've entered. Just to be clear, we're not entering a body shaming section of this show.
You haven't even heard the segment.
That's Vaughn's next new segment.
Because I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Vaughan went that way, but not intentionally. But he's about to say something about Penny's body, so let's see what he says.
I'm going to ask if you noticed this, guys, because just for the research of the show, I'm keeping my eyes on her body. Did you notice anything on her body when she was in her pajamas, her scantily clad pajamas at the end of the episode?
Well, it got pointed out that she had Hello Kitty pattern.
No, it's on her actual body. Did you guys actually not notice this?
Back tattoo.
Yes, she has a tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp.
And I was like, what? I was like, did I see what I just saw? And I went and did some research, and yes, she does have a tramp stamp. It's of a Chinese character. So I've got a new game for you guys. It's to guess what the Chinese symbol represents. If you don't get it right, you have to write a Big Bang Theory based haiku. And I know it's a Chinese symbol, and I know haikus are Japanese. I don't care. So, you guys in on this?
God, this is good. Yeah, of course, 100%.
So basically, you're setting us both up to write a haiku.
Well, yeah, pretty much. If you can't get it right, that's. If you do get it right, I'll write one, and you have to post it on Facebook or something. We'll do something funny with it.
Is it a single a single word, or is
yes,
it a phrase?
I've got options. I'm not going to say yeah. You have options here. I'm going to give you the options. I'm not going to throw you on the deep end. It could be any word in the fucking world.
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't do that to you. Come on. Okay, so is the Chinese symbol A, harmony, B, patience, C, faith, D, sweet and sour pork, E, happiness.
What was the one before sweet sour pork? That just threw me.
Faith is C.
Yeah, cool. That's my guess. Faith. She looks like someone that would fucking write that on herself.
I'm going with harmony because it seems less likely of the bunch, so I hope it's right.
So, drum roll, please. Actually, don't do that. That's annoying. Pete, you win. You win with faith. Fun fact as well, you can actually write out Bazinga in Chinese characters. So that's something that we can... I don't know. Maybe we can
that
do
needs
that.
to be the art. That needs to be the art
Pete.
for this episode.
Oh, true. There you go.
Vaughn, what would it take for you? Do you have a car yet? Do you have a car?
No.
Where you're living? Okay, so Pete, what would it take for you to have the Chinese symbols for Bazinga on your car?
Oh, I thought you were going to be as a license plate. I'm like, there's
As
a lot of issues there.
a license plate, or is it just like a decal, like a sticker?
No, just
on
as
the
a
back?
decal sticker on your car.
Yeah,
It'll
dude,
be just Chinese. No, one day it will make one person very happy.
Yeah,
They'll see
dude,
it and be like,
I'd do it. I'd do it right now.
I'm gonna order it and I'm gonna send it to your house.
Who's that one person gonna be? I'm just imagining in the future bleeding out on the side of the road as he crashed into a tree, and the coroner comes to pick him up and sees the bumps and goes, "Ha, Bazinga." That's the only person that's ever gonna make happy.
And then just before I bleed out, I just smile. Make eye contact. Make eye contact and smile.
Your last word will be this slow whispered Bazinga.
Lately, I don't know what the honk happened, but I've been getting a lot of telemarketer calls, and I try to fuck around with them a bit and just be like, "Hey, I'm Mazen right now. Get back to me later. Ooh, I just came." Or something. I don't know. I just try and fuck with them. And then I realized, hey, why am I wasting my time entertaining myself when I could make it into a bit? So I got this call, and if you're in Australia, you get these calls for people who are scam artists trying to sell you solar panels for your roof. And so I downloaded this very low quality free voice recorder app and recorded this call. It's very low quality. Let's just see how bad quality, see if it's usable. So the intro to this is the guy's trying to sell me solar panels for my roof.
And you get a good amount of sunlight on the roof. There's nothing staring it.
There's clouds sometimes.
A cloud is okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to just check that. Can you just hold a sec? Can I look through my paperwork?
I will just... Okay.
Hold on. Sorry, just... Hold on. Can you turn off Big Bang Theory? Do you like Big Bang Theory?
No?
You don't like Big Bang Theory? Why not?
You like Big Bang Theory?
Love it. Best show ever. Bazinga, right?
Oh, well, that's good.
You don't like Big Bang Theory? Why don't you like Big Bang Theory? Why? Do you think it's racist? No? Well, what's your issue with it?
I love Mia Khalifa.
You love Mia Khalifa. If she guest starred on an episode of Big Bang Theory, would you watch Big Bang Theory?
Alright, no worries.
Bazinga.
Send Bob's and Vagin.
So, I don't know if you guys know who Mia Khalifa is. Pete, I assume you do.
Yeah, she's a porn star. There you go.
Rob, do you know who she is?
I don't. More an amateur porn guy.
Well, there you go. Well, I was gonna say, if anyone at home,
You're more into subreddits about coming on action figures.
that amateur stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Like McDonald's figures, not like nice collectible
Yeah.
figures.
It needs to be a Nintendo Amiibo for Rob to be able to come.
well, yeah. If anyone at home doesn't know who she was, because I looked up afterwards, and just to see if she was yet to star in an episode of Big Bang Theory. And she hadn't, but she did star in Mia Khalifa sitting on big cocks with big tits facing forward compilation, which is an actual title of a video. Luckily, making sure those tits are facing forward, because what the hell's the point otherwise? Can we go into laugh count?
Yeah, for sure.
We can. It's a 0 for me.
There's a 0 for me.
And it's a 0 for me. What's happened? What had changed from the early days where you guys were bloody Chuckle Brothers over there?
I was trying to think about which episodes we actually had a laugh at.
Well, VoRn, for me, it was there was an episode where VoRn watched it with us, and both of us had a laugh in there. And for me, it's just like sitting in a room with VoRn is really hard not to laugh, especially when you look over at him and he's just got this face, and he'll count that as a laugh.
That's actually bullshit as well, because I was at work the other day and they were doing some bullshit icebreaker stuff, and everyone was like, "Oh, VoRn's gonna say something funny," and I just said, "Hi, I'm VoRn," and then someone goes, I'm like, "That's not even a joke. That's just me speaking."
That's like the studio
Exactly.
audience for this
This is
show.
amazing.
I want to touch on a point. I got a question for you guys. Are Jewish people historically time travelers?
What?
In the episode.
What the fuck is this
Okay,
segment?
so
What
hear
do you
me out.
wanna- If they were time travelers,
out. So
hey,
Howard-
if they were time travelers, I know one thing they would do with that power.
Okay, so good point. There's a scene. I don't know if you picked up on it. Howard comes in. He's like, "I bought the food of time travelers, lox and bagels," which is a traditionally Sunday Jewish food. So yeah, it made me ask the question: are Jews historically time travelers? I looked it up, and the answer is no. So I don't.
What a stupid thing to say and even think and even.
But that was in the show. That's literally in the show. So
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it in a way because I don't understand the joke. Maybe Big Bang Theory is too smart for me. I don't understand.
they were just literally
bagels.
all it was continuing the Howard letting people know he's a Jewish person, and that's something that the show just keeps hammering in. I'm like, we know, but like obviously, and Chuck Lorre, who runs the show, also. So like a lot of these Jewish jokes, I know that you've got that Nazi theory. I mean, I think it's just trying to be inclusive of the Jewish population and trying to use those jokes just like they do with the nerd.
What do you mean inclusive of the Jewish population? Like they're outcast from most TV shows. We're gonna show them with this one. Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that was my segment called Jewish people historically time travelers.
I hope that becomes a recurring segment
Yeah.
in future episodes.
I can't wait to see where this one goes next week.
And that's my inoffensive Jewish segment.
What's the point anyway? So, a new segment. It's called the top post on the Big Bang Theory Reddit for the month. So, you can sort of sort posts on subreddits by their popularity, and just to kind of get in tune for what a big banger, what a big banger's kind of likes and sense of humor is set to, I decided to see what the most popular post, the actual subreddit, had got for the month. And the answer is, my city has a business named Sheldon on a street named Leonard. That's it. That's the best content they can come up with at the Big Bang Theory subreddit. It's just a photo of a shop on Leonard Street named Sheldon. On that,
I feel like you're the observant guy though, who if you came across that, you would actually put those two together.
but it's kind of one of those things where it's not even mildly interesting. It's just something that exists. it's like, oh, that guy's like shoes match his hat. Who cares? It's boring. Like, oh wow, what are the odds of a shop named Sheldon? Actually, that is pretty interesting. Sheldon's not the most common name. What a great post! Wow, what a interesting, weird episode that was. Hey, boys.
And I just want to touch on something. I'm in apartment living. The walls are like very good here. Like we don't hear the neighbors, they don't hear us. You can have your TV up pretty loud, but your TV can be heard very loud in the hallway, like on the way up to your rooms. And I was like watching this yesterday, and like as the theme song started, I heard my neighbors come out of their door, and I was like instant shame, like turning the volume down, and it wasn't going down. So now my neighbors, who liked me before, I haven't spoken to them since, but they now think I watched The Big Bang Theory for general enjoyment. So, have you guys had any other shameful moments? I remember early in the season, VoRn was watching it on a train, public transport.
The things I do for this podcast, and
public
look
transport,
at me,
yeah.
exiled out of Sydney since then. So be careful, Rob.
I'll be careful.
But Pete and I pretty much watch it in my room. I watched an episode with Krautmeister a while ago. Probably won't be doing that again. It really just yeah.
I do it in
Have you ever had a fight with a
I'll
significant
have the headphones
other
on in another room
and
of the house?
afterwards there's that like period where you've kind of apologized to each other? You said, "Oh, I didn't mean to call you cunt," and there was a bit of delay on the laugh there. I was like, "Fuck, I don't think I really meant that." So yeah, there's that bit of time afterwards where you're not 100% back to normal, great again. There's still a bit of resonating like grossness. That is after watching Big Bang Theory. It's kind of like we're walking around each other like, "Oh, I'm not feeling too affectionate around you at the moment." You kind of put me through something there. So I yeah, exactly.
Krautmaster just goes, "I know exactly
What's
where
that on
you've
your collar? Anyway, so no, I'm trying to keep it very private.
Where do you think, what would be because this could be some sort of a punishment. that
Oh,
would come
this is a
later
good
on
one, yeah.
For something. Where would be a place, like a general place, obviously like Perth, Brisbane, Sacramento, like all these places have, where would be a really embarrassing place to be forced to watch an episode of this? Headphones unplugged.
full volume."
Not necessarily full volume. Like, I mean, obviously, like library, something boring. Like, you'd still need to have it a little bit quiet. But where would be like a really bad place to do this?
I reckon like a food hall.
I was gonna say, do you have any funerals coming up?
Oh.
Not planned.
I'll keep it in mind though if I do get invited to any funerals soon.
Sitting there on your phone at the back.
It would make for some great content. Just them going like, "He was a brave man." So no, that's something to sit on for the week. Maybe fans, actually not fans, listeners. Maybe listeners comment and give us some ideas as to where should we be watching in public to make this experiment a bit more interesting. What do you think about that?
I think your lunch break room, VoRn.
Oh, that's a tall order. I'll do it though. I'll do it for
Because the amount of conversations that are going to be started by people who genuinely like the show. But I mean, I feel like the rule, if this was to ever happen, the rule, you wouldn't be allowed to discuss why you're watching it. I think you just have to own it.
Yeah, you're just having a lunch break.
I'm liking this idea, but I really think it should be left up to the listeners to decide what we should do, where we should do it. I reckon listeners choose a person and choose where they have to listen to it. And if it's reasonable, we'll fucking do it. What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, if it's reasonable, if it's doable. I don't know a whole lot of people here, so embarrassment level's not really a major issue. So,
I reckon we could. I can come up with some ideas to really fuck you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like that. That's a good note to end on. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you boys. You've made me feel less sick.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, mate.
good. So you don't have to take a sick day tomorrow. You're welcome.
I've been Pete. I'm a Bazinga Boy.
I've been Rob. I'm a Bazinga Boy.
And I'm VoRn. I'm the Bazinga Boy. See you next week.
Are you a time-traveling Jew? Well, the good news is we here at Bazinga headquarters support time travelers of all faiths. But you don't have to travel back in time to write a comment about how much you love me and Pete. Just head over to facebook.com/Bazinga Boys, twitter.com/Bazinga_boys, or visit our website to hear all episodes and bonus content, bazingaboys.com.